a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
I know Lizzy McGuire was like a Disney Channel show with Hilary Duff, who I think she's one of the few kid actresses that's doing okay these days, right? Hilary Duff's okay? I think that was like a thing that came out a few years ago, like it was her claim to fame. She made it. She made it to adulthood without her life completely spiraling and unraveling, so good for her, for real. I also think her song, So Yesterday, is still catchy. But here we have the Lizzy McGuire movie. Tape says 2003. Tape also says, join America's sweetheart Lizzy McGuire on the trip of a lifetime. Find out what dreams are made of in the Lizzy McGuire movie. We press play. Oh, hell yeah, we do. Walt Disney Pictures presents. As a tense intro, looks like someone is recording a blackmail tape on a camcorder. Some little brother put a mini, lipstick camera on a remote control car and drove it into his big sister's room and hid it under the bed. And here we have Hilary Duff. This is the show that has an animated Lizzy McGuire running alongside a real Lizzy McGuire in some sort of parallel animated universe, right? I kind of remember this. The opening montage of the movie is this kid recording his big sister dancing and singing to her hairbrush in the privacy of her own bedroom. It's set to the cover of The Tide is High by these people. Duff here already looks 30. She's dancing and she falls, and it says directed by Jim Fall. It's junior high grad, and she's going on some class trip immediately after grad. We're reminded that adults are lame, mom and dad are lame. Dad quotes a dead guy, which is lame, and she's not wrong. Quoting dead people is lame. I never need to hear another Steve Jobs motivational quote in my life, right? At least back then it was Shakespeare, but still. Some girl accuses Lizzie of being an outfit repeater, and she says, you're an outfit rememberer. These two used to be best friends, but that was before that other girl became popular, and poor Lizzie did not become popular, because no girl that looks like this would ever be popular in junior high, right? Look at this loser. Yuck, no boys would talk to her, ever, right? Speaking of boys, Lizzie has a friend zone friend. Lizzy McGuire is suddenly asked to give the valedictorian speech at the last second because Margaret Chan couldn't make it. She's unprepared to give a speech. She bumbles through it, and then she falls, and she pulls down the entire backdrop. Everyone laughs. Wah, wah, wah. Lame parents are dropping her off at the airport now. We meet Mrs. Ungermeyer. She's going to be the principal for the next 4 years, and Ungermeyer has pull. If she likes you, she'll get you to an Ivy League school. If she does not like you, your future career is ruined. It's a school trip, 2 weeks of seeing a bunch of historical landmarks in Rome. Future principal is going to be the guide. Friend zone guy tries to butter up the principal and fails. See, the principal immediately sees this guy's real intentions where Lizzie cannot. Her and her friend zone, what's his name, David? David and Lizzie sit beside each other on the bus for the entire passage of time travel montage. He wakes up and she's sleeping on his shoulder. All right, everyone off the bus. And David's like, ah, ha, ha, give me a minute, or a binder, or a backpack, or at least let me untuck my shirt. Don't PG me. Being a teenage boy is tough, okay? That rascal's got a mind of his own. Where's animated Lizzy McGuire? It's been like 15 minutes now without her. They head to Rome and get paired up with roommates. Friend zone Dave gets stuck with the hot, popular, but dense boy. And Lizzie gets put with her ex-best friend and current bully. She's not there 5 minutes. And she meets this hot Italian guy. This guy's name is like Paolo, and he's a famous pop star. He thinks Lizzie looks exactly like some other Italian pop star, and they see her look-alike pop star on a giant billboard. Lizzie and this girl do look alike. Isabella is the other girl. She's the famous guy's singing partner that looks like Lizzie, and Paulo asks Lizzie out, but she says no, and then sneaks away out with this guy the next day anyways. And this hot Italian guy takes her all around the city to a sweet montage of historical places. Back at the house, her brother Max has a female friend named Melinda who is mad that Max sent Good Morning America the footage of Lizzie falling down at grad. Is like, you got to make people pay for that viral footage. And what year is this? 2003. Melinda, a hard 15 years ahead of her time. Back in Rome, the bus is leaving without Lizzie, but Paulo has an idea. Isabella, okay, stay with me. Isabella, his singing partner that looks exactly like Lizzie, is currently mad at him and not going to do the music awards with him, where they are contractually obligated to be there and they might get sued if they don't show up. So it turns out Isabella lip syncs everything. So this guy wants Lizzie to come and pretend to be Isabella and present an award with him on stage. She gets friend zone David to cover for her. Then cool popular guy comes out and is like, "You're the friend zone, bud." And he goes, "You think I'm jealous of Paulo?" And the cool guy goes, "Word." Back at home, Max and the psychopath Molina that keeps hitting him, like physically abusing him in the head, sees a foreign tabloid that shows Izzy is now blonde. They think Izzy is Lizzie. Lizzie is Izzy, and they know what's up. Another montage as lowbrow Lizzie pretends to be Izzy and gets all done up like Isabel, but she's not used to being pampered and having her picture taken. She has to rush back to the hotel to beat her school curfew, where she's pretending to be sick in bed all day. The bully busts her and she spills the beans about Paulo, and the bully's like, "How did that happen to you? And I can't even get an Italian boy to buy me a plate of spaghetti." Lizzie sees she's on the front of the tabloids, where they say Isabella's actually supposed to be singing with Paulo at the awards show. David is getting tired of the friend zone. Little brother Max has a new plan. He says he misses his sister, and his parents are like, "Let's go see her in Rome. I'll go get the passports." Yeah, okay. Lizzie goes out with Paulo, and he's like, "Yes, we need to sing at the awards, but I'll make it work. I'll make you sing." And he takes her around Italy by the fountains and all these other painfully romantic places. And this is probably at least making her girl part sing. Sorry, that one was on me. Uncalled for. Apologies. He takes her to the fireworks, and she says, "This is so beautiful." And he goes, "Yes, you are." Those Italian men, let me tell you, just unstoppable. So quick with the clever lines. But sad David watches the fireworks alone and from afar. No good. On the plane, Max and Lizzie's parents find the tabloid picture of Lizzie, and they're like, "Young man, what is going on?" To keep the principal from going up and finding Lizzie not sick in her room, David said he's the one that's been sneaking out as a distraction, and principal sends David home for disobeying the rules. Lizzie and Paulo are practicing lip syncing and dancing on a stage. She tries to lip sync and is terrible, so he's like, "Sing for real, no one will hear you." Here we go, we got the full musical number between these two. They nail it, and he yells, "And now we dance!" And there's another montage. That's got to be montage on like number 14 or 15 by now in this movie. She gets back to the hotel and finds out that Dave, Friendzo Dave, got kicked off the trip because he covered for her. She says, "Why would he do that?" And bully girl goes, "You seriously have to ask?" At the airport, on his way home, David runs into the real Isabella, and she and he are like, "We gotta team up and sabotage these two." I know what's gonna happen, but really David should just hook up with rich Isabel. Lizzie should stay with Paulo, and both will be with who they want, and both will be rich. Lizzie continues to have a sad time because David is gone. Lizzie's mom and dad show up at the hotel with Max, and they're looking for her. The principal takes them up to the room, and surprise, Lizzie ain't there. Uh-oh, it's starting to unravel again. They learn where she is, and we jump to the paparazzi going nuts for them as they make their entrance to the awards show. So if this guy is so famous, why doesn't anyone ever swarm him for most of this movie while him and Lizzie are just like out and about the city by themselves all day, every day? She's getting cold feet, but he says, "She shines like the light from the sun," and kisses her. Friend zone David shows up. He tries to tell Lizzie that Paulo is setting her up. And Isabella is like, "No, he's setting me up." She's like, "I'm the one that sings, not him. He lip syncs, but I want to go solo and he can't deal with it. So he's setting me up to ruin my career. So I get embarrassed on stage and destroy my career and I can't go solo." Now that is a plot twist I didn't see coming. David looks identical also to a younger version of my friend Jesse Gordon. Neither here nor there. Just wow. So now they come up with the plan. Isabel is going to get dressed up and go out there and expose him. Lizzie gets out on stage, and Izzy gets the sound guy to turn down Lizzie's mic, and Isabel sings over top Lizzie. Then they turn down Paulo's voice track and turn up his mic, and he's singing for real, but he can't sing, and his voice is terrible and screechy, and everyone boos him. It works, he's ruined, and Isabel now invites Lizzie to stay on stage with her, and we get Isabel and Lizzie both singing in a real movie, but it's actually clearly lip sync, if that makes sense, because sometimes it really doesn't match up. Oh, I'm getting a nosebleed. So here's how Lizzie and Izzy sing exactly the same now, which is weird because I don't think it works like that. Isabel is a trained professional, and Lizzie couldn't sing yesterday, like not her song, yesterday the day. Now Isabel leaves the stage, and Lizzie has the stage to herself. She gets backup dancers and singers. The entire class shows up, and they clap along, and no. David is just walking around backstage, and Lizzie perfectly delivers this choreographed dance routine with the dancers and sings along to it. Then she invites Isabel, the famous one, back on stage, and the star's like, me? You want me to come back on stage with you? Thank you. This movie had charm, but this climax is terrible. Now the bully girl is getting close to the hot dumb guy. David is off the hook because Lizzie vouched for him, and the principal likes everyone now. Max tried to sell Lizzie's bathroom singing blackmail tape, and some guy says, don't be a jerk, and he throws it in the fountain, ruining it forever. David and Lizzie get some alone time, and the fireworks go off. The end. That had potential. The ending was stupid, and that got so convoluted. Like, okay, so the plan was Lizzie goes out on stage to pretend to lip sync, but then Izzy was backstage singing while Lizzie lip sunk to what Izzy was singing, and then they turned down the voice track of Paulo, who was actually lip syncing, and then turned up his real mic, making him sing for real. Yeah, I think that's how it went.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.